Hey everybody, Sunokobuti here. I just wanted to take you and show you kind of what I've been working on with uh, another guy here on the trading card database, Dan, aka Vrooomed. Um, uh, about a month ago, he had posted something on one of the forums that the admin had finally come up with a way to catalog the T206 set better. Originally, it was just set up with the player, and then one example of one of the backs, and then if you had that card, you could add the notes to it in your collection, which was I always thought was a terrible way to do it, and it's bothered me for well over a decade because I had a lot of the photos. So I thought I'd show you what we ended up doing. So to get there, you can do it lots of ways. You can type in T206, but I kind of take the old school way here, clicking through the menus. And we go to checklist. So now every player is just featured, and then you open up with the plus button, and players that have variations are in here, so you can see the variation and then the back. And so we still have lots. I think there's only 13% of the images now listed because if you check a look at the collection summary here, we have 5,264 different cards with like front and back variations. And I was reading an article on PSA that depending, like, once you kind of go through this a lot like I did, and I went through and with the help of Dan, I did a lot of inaccuracy reports and with all the backs to be added, and Dan did a lot of the heavy work on the back end, actually putting those in, and then I've been going through and double checking that everything went in. So I finally finished my last check, I think yesterday or the day before, kind of going back through, and I think we're pretty shipshape. Although, if you look at what some players are in some of the backs versus not, you can kind of see where some players might be missing a back where it might actually exist, but it's one of those really rare backs. But it's just kind of neat. We've got, you can kind of go in and I've been trying to go back. I have a lot of the images I brought. I probably grabbed off of eBay back in 2011. So they've added this the zoom feature here to the card that you can check out. And I was playing around with the set. I hadn't realized this, but somebody has put in a lot of the old packaging too, which is awesome. So you can check out what the old cigarette packs used to look like that these cards actually came in. Some really cool stuff here. So I don't know who, like, it doesn't actually tell you who put these images in for packaging, unfortunately. I think actually I did this one from a Robert Edward auction. But yeah. So if you have any T206 cards or you're a T206 collector, now you can actually go in and, depending on the back you have, add it to your collection, right? Because you can go down here and add it. Or if you're I forgot to show you something else. So now we have a master set. So this is just everybody. But let's say you collect. You could be a team collector and just collect all the different teams. But you could be a back collector as well. And now you can sort by the top with whatever back you want. And we've got. As we were going through it, I was using the PSA registry as a guide to what they recognize as backs. And so we have like the American Beauty 350 with no frame, with a frame, the 460, the Broadleafs, Carolina Bright Cycle, Drum, El Principe de Gales, New Brown and Red, Lennox Black and Brown, the Old Mill, then the Old Mill Southern Leaguers varieties, all the Piedmonts, the Polar Bear, the Three Sovereigns, and all the Sweet Caparel. And then Tolstoy. Ty Cobb is pretty rare since there's only one card with that back, which is Ty Cobb. And it's the red portrait, I do believe, and then it was it. So you can kind of go in there. And then we've also updated all the Note 2s with the variation, whether it's a portrait and then what the back is. And then with team where the player has a team variation, which isn't a ton. I think there's like maybe a dozen or so. We've also added that in the variation as well, so it's easier to keep track of. But just a great overall major upgrade for this set. And I saw they were working on a couple of the Gaudi sets, I think, too. Or maybe it was Gaudi Football, like one of the 30s sets. And yeah, so another great update. I think this is much better than all the minutia of the Junkbox Donner sets. But I'm glad we, of the trading card database, we're doing this, though. It's just a great resource for anybody. And it's, if you haven't tried the trading card database, it's free. You can catalog your collection here. You can trade. You could sell. And then there's a great forums too. So then I'll probably maybe I'll make another video where we take a tour of just everything you can do on the database as well. You got new releases over here, which is a quick menu guide to take you to what's coming up. Select hasn't the menu or the checklist hasn't been released yet, but upcoming stuff. If you have a blog, you can email it to admin and he'll add you to the blog list. Galleries, what's been added. Players that have recently died. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff to do down here at the bottom too. And depending on your activity and how you do it, you can get different access to be able to do different things on the website. So that's my quick little tour of the new T206 set. I think I covered everything, but check it out. Even if you're just a casual lover of the set like me, I don't actually own any cards, but it's always been one of those that has fascinated me. I especially got really into it after Topps released their first 206 set back in 2002. Really piqued my interest, and then I started learning a bunch about it. But I really jumped in with Dan to do this because I really wanted to see this set overhauled and cataloged so much better. So I'm glad we did it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.